Hey honey bunnies, I'm in Florida right now and I just wanted to, I want to start making shorter videos because I feel like it'll actually motivate me to actually want to post on YouTube more. This video is going to be why I stopped romanticizing being misunderstood. Also, I did my nails. Yeah, they're white. I did them with super glue, which is definitely a choice. And I have my laptop here so I can read my notes. Being misunderstood really started to feel safer because I experienced a lot of rejection early on in life, so like I didn't really rely on outside validation to really cultivate a deeper sense of identity and like self-confidence and self-worth. Like I was kind of forced to be more self-assured, and like that kind of resulted in me looking ridiculous at times, and also like but it helped me build my own identity. And I feel like I have a pretty clear identity at my age, because I know your 20s is for like soul retrieval and just really like finding yourself, and like that's really when people have their like coming of age whatever. But part of my identity became the misunderstood person, and I just like accepted that people were going to misunderstand me no matter what. But also that was a negative thing because I went into connections thinking that like I'm never going to be understood by this person anyway, so like I should never really like be fully myself. And that kind of was like counterproductive, or like I don't know the word, of like what I was trying to be, or like how I was trying to express myself. But I think there's something valuable about reaching that point because it allows you to stop constantly seeking approval and kind of just like free yourself from society's expectations and self-actualize. But at the same time, being understood is a blessing because it means being seen. In groups, people tend to start performing roles, and like when you're constantly acting, like unconsciously you suppress parts of yourself, like that cringe part of yourself, or like, you know, the weird kid part of yourself, because it's all like it's in there. Everybody has one. And of course, when you're performing a role, it's gonna end up feeling hollow, and it's gonna feel like a part of yourself is missing, because it is like you're not showing up as your true authentic self when you're suppressing those parts. But I just realized that I was protecting my walls more than I was protecting my peace. And like everyone wants to feel, or everyone's soul, they want to feel connected, they want to connect with people. Like when you're feeling that hollow and like kind of like sunk or sinking feeling in the center of your chest, like that's like what you're longing for. You're longing for connection, love, and acceptance. But the ego, which is your flesh, it wants to feel special, unique, validated, and just like a big deal. And seeking validation can just reinforce the idea that you're more special or you're more unique than other people, which is ultimately an illusion. Everyone is special in their own way. And I know that like that's something you hear a lot as like a kid, or just like you think that that's something they tell you for like cope or whatever, but it's actually true. And like just realizing that shared humanity, like it'll really like give you a deeper sense of genuine connection. Making mystery your identity, or just like being mysterious or like nonchalant or whatever, like it can really just attract people who are fascinated by an image of you rather than like the real person that's underneath that image. It can attract admirers, projections, and people who are just interested in that like outer shell rather than the vulnerable and awkward and like imperfect parts of you. Being mysterious is alluring. Like mystery is probably one of the most attractive energies, but it can just attract unwanted attention if you're not too careful. And because I share my life online, I just have to accept that people are going to create ideas of me based on limited information, which is fine. Like I went into it knowing that would happen, which is also interesting because that's what people do anyway. Like they base their opinions and perceptions on people off of like limited information. So posting online like truly isn't that different, and that's just one reason I try to be vulnerable and show more of myself. Being truly seen just means willingly risking embarrassment, vulnerability, and just showing parts of yourself that aren't really like flattering or cool. When someone tries too hard to become a character or persona, or like they're a larper or a poser, like it just becomes so exhausting to keep up with, and of course it eventually falls apart. Authenticity is like the highest energy that you can vibrate at because it allows you to show up as all the parts of yourself, even the ones that like contradict each other. And like that's what's actually like attractive, and like that's what actually finds you the connections that you're looking for. Authenticity is sustainable. It's the only way that you're not going to be able to like feel that void or sunken feeling in your chest, is if you're able to show up as all parts of yourself, even the parts that contradict each other. Yeah, that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I swear I'll post more. Actually, I don't know if I should swear, but I'll try to post more. Bye bye.
Thank you for your patronage.